Hello guys, and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, Nigerians continue to talk about 2023. They chant 2023 as though that will be the panacea to the myriad of problems that afflict that our country. But of course, will that 2023 come? And if it does come, what will it bring? Because we're setting it, of course, against the background of these fantastically corrupt, as David Cameron described it, regime of Malam Buhari, especially one of the most corrupt, in fact, the most corrupt regime that the country has ever experienced. Is just taking money now. They're not even looting or stealing, they're just carting the money away. So there's the corruption, and then of course there's the banditry, and then especially there's the cluelessness and lack of competence. And the biggest problem really is that last one, the cluelessness and the lack of competence. This is really costing the Nigerian nation vastly. So a tale of woes is what continues to repeat within the Nigerian space, as guys, I bring you this. Firm list 33 Nigerian properties in United Kingdom begins sales over government's refusal to pay damage cost. So this is of course UK, England, Britain, etc. And of course there's a court ruling against the Nigerian government just from the headline. And of course because they don't abide by court rulings in Nigeria, they think that is what obtains everywhere else. But then of course they're about to learn differently. So again, the headline: Firm list 33 Nigerian properties in United Kingdom begins sales over government's refusal to pay damage cost. So now let's see what this is all about. At least 33 properties owned by the Nigerian government in the United Kingdom have been identified, and some are at risk of being forfeited due to a damage cost awarded to an energy firm, Urafric Power Limited, by a London Court of International Arbitration, which was endorsed by a UK High Court. It's been reported. The development comes as Nigeria continues to battle another firm, PNID, which is attempting to seize $9 billion Nigerian assets. In the fresh case with number CL-2017-00781, a UK High Court ordered the payment of $2.5 million, 225.949.19 pounds, and 57.9 million naira, a combined 1.12 billion naira, based on the current Central Bank of Nigeria's exchange rate. According to documents made available to correspondents, the legal tussle emanated from a contract entered into by the Nigerian government and Urafric Power Limited in February 2013. The firm entered into a share sale agreement with the Bureau of Public Enterprise and the Federal Ministry of Finance, both acting on behalf of the Nigerian government. The deal involved the purchase of Sapele Power PLC, owners of Sapele Power Station, at a cost of $201 million. The purchase included material properties and core assets of the company, which listed site land as one of its properties. Pursuant to the share sale agreement, the National Council on Privatization issued share certificate 0001 to Urafric Power Limited on February 10, 2014, approving the sale of the federal government's equity in Sapele Power PLC. A certificate of handover with number 0002 also showed the handover of Sapele Power PLC to Urafric Power Limited. All assets, liabilities, employees, rights, and obligations of the Power Holding Company of Nigeria were also handed to Sapele Power PLC, now owned by Urafric Power Limited. However, trouble started when, after the handover had been completed, the Nigerian government and the Niger Delta Power Holding Company began arrangements to transfer a substantial portion of the premises already sold to Eurafric Power Limited to one Ogorode Power Generation Company. The government insisted that the portion it transferred did not form part of the sold assets. The firm subsequently commenced arbitration against the Nigerian government in the United Kingdom in line with the agreement signed by the parties. A tribunal was set up comprising a former Attorney General of Pakistan, Makhdoom Ali Khan, as chairman, with a retired Nigerian Supreme Court Judge, Justice Samson Waifo, and a former Attorney General of the Federation, Chief Bayo Ojo SAN, both named as co-arbitrators. On September 28, 2017, the Arbitral Tribunal ruled in favor of Eurafric Power Limited. A UK High Court presided over by Justice Popul Well subsequently recognized the award as a court judgment. A copy of the judgment dated January 15, 2018 reads in part, the defendants are jointly and severally ordered and directed to pay to the claimant the following amount: $2.5 million as legal cost, 215.930.60 pounds as an advanced payment on cost, and 57.9 million naira, 10,018 pounds, and $11,158 as disbursement. All other claims and counterclaims are dismissed. The court further stated that the defendant had 30 days to appeal, after which the claimant would be free to enforce the judgment. In a letter expressed to the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami SAN, Eurafric Power Limited called on the Nigerian government to honor the court judgment and pay immediately. In the letter dated October 23, 2019, which was signed by its lawyer Godwin Obla SAN, the firm stated it had identified 33 of Nigeria's properties in the UK which were not being used for diplomatic purposes, adding that it would liquidate some of the assets soon. The letter reads in part, in our view, the identification of the 33 properties by the Foreign Council may pose a significant risk to the interest of the federal government of Nigeria if or when the report is tendered before the UK court, at which stage it becomes a public document and accessible to any member of the public. As it is now common knowledge, in the wake of the global publicity attracted by the P&ID case, Nigerian assets abroad now stand the increased risk of seizure/forfeiture for the liquidation of judgment debts. In our opinion, therefore, it will not augur well for potentially hostile interests to gain access to actionable information of the federal government of Nigeria's assets in the United Kingdom, such as are contained in the report of the Foreign Council. So this is now the situation we find ourselves in now. We are now seeing it with this latest development yet again. So they are now identifying Nigerian assets abroad now, and it's the first comes first served principle that is at play here, because they are seeing that these people, they don't really understand what the rule of law means, and they don't really know what a court judgment means, because of course they just dismiss a court judgment out of hand in their own country. So when they then come to the United Kingdom and the court gives a ruling and you think you can dismiss it as you do in Nigeria, then quickly they move against your assets. So these people, they are now identifying that these people are ignoring court judgment. So the first person to move then to seize control of Nigeria's assets internationally within whichever geographical space that court judgment obtains will be the winner, because there are plenty of them with judgments against Nigeria, and they're still circling and moving back and still saying that they are negotiating. But these people, they've moved quickly to move against the assets, because there's no negotiating with Malami. Even if he is willing, he is unable, because he does not have the function, he does not have the capacity. Let me even check which school the guy went to. Just give me a moment. Okay, so this is the guy we're contending with. The guy went to Usman Danfodio University in Maiduguri. So this is the person now that is going to London to fight a case. The guy went to Usman died, never even knew that such a thing existed. Usman Danfodio University in Maiduguri, and of course you know that Maiduguri is the capital of Borno State, and we all know that Borno State is being ceded out of Nigeria towards the hands of the people that now control it. You all know who they are. So this is now the situation, and you're expecting this guy to function. Somebody that went to Usman Danfodio University in Maiduguri, you are telling us that that is the senior advocate of Nigeria, over and above all of the Nigerian sets that went to Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge, Yale, etc., Howard. All of these are internationally experienced and experienced within the Nigerian legal system. You couldn't find one. It is Usman Danfodio University that is the ruler and the oversight of the Nigerian laws. And you're wondering why all of these things are happening. Conversations in the comment section, it looks as though this Euro-Afrique or whatever their name is, they're the cleverest of the bunch, because they've moved very quickly to seize control of Nigeria's assets, and of course they just either sell it on or just own it for themselves. This is really the move. I would make this move as well, of course, if I had a judgment against the Nigerian state. Come share thoughts, but before you do that, click on the red subscribe button so it turns gray. The bell button notifies you every time I drop a new video. Click on like as well, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Once you've done the clickings, come tell me then this rather cack-handed cluelessness and this rudderless nonsense that we're contending with are just latching from one disaster to the other. And this is why I'm saying that people that are waiting for 2023 are just whistling in the wind. So I'll leave you here. Carry this conversation on with you in the comment section, but here I say peace.